Welcome back. Dave Menzo here with Vintage King. We've talked a little bit about modular synths, but let's dive a little deeper and explore the Eurorack format, things to look out for when building your own modular synth, and most importantly, this awesome shared system by Make Noise. One of the most exciting aspects of modular synths is their flexibility. You can follow traditional signal flow and recreate popular synth patches, or you can go off the wall nuts making your own. There are no rules, and you can mix and match until you find the right sound for you. Many people enjoy modular synths because you can go as far as to assemble a Franken-synth, if you will, composed of modules from a variety of manufacturers. In general, however, it is good to have a basic idea of what type of sounds you might be looking for before you just go aimlessly buying a smorgasbord of modules. There are a ton of benefits of using a full system from one manufacturer, like this shared system by Make Noise. For one, the modules have been developed with each other in mind to a certain extent, which can provide opportunities for them to play nicely together. In this shared system, there are certainly design themes that are consistent between the modules, and this gives it a certain style of playability and specifically allows some interesting rhythmic and human expression to be implemented in the system. We'll demonstrate that more in the coming videos. But let's go over some more modular synth fundamentals. I mentioned in the last video that this shared system follows the Eurorack format. This format is considered a small format, with each module being about 128.5 millimeters, which is just over 5 inches in height. Also, the Eurorack format utilizes 3.5 millimeter phono jacks for interconnection between modules. The Eurorack format calls for plus or minus 12 volts of power, and an additional plus 5 volts might be required by some modules. In that instance, you would need an adapter for the additional plus 5 volts if you're only using a 10-pin connector, or you can use a 16-pin connector, which uses the extra pins to distribute the additional plus 5 volts. Modular synths use this voltage to generate and manipulate all of its sounds. Control voltage, or CV, is any kind of signal that is used to control parameters of the modular synth, varying from negative 12 volts to positive 12 volts. There are 3 types of analog control signals used by the Eurorack system: gate, trigger, and pitch CV. Gate is an immediate jump in voltage and stays, for example, from 0 to 10 volts. Trigger is an immediate jump, then fall in voltage, as used in clocks or drum sequencing. Pitch CV changes an oscillator's frequency to play melodies and usually ranges from 0 to plus 5 volts, with oscillators tracking pitch at 1 volt per octave. For example, I'm using the Rene, which is a sequencer module, to send pitch CV to the DPO, which is an oscillator I'm using as my sound source. The result is this cool sounding sequence of notes played by the DPO, but dictated by the Rene. MIDI signal can be used in a modular synth, but you will need a converter module to convert it to analog CV. You can also use a number of sound sources in your modular synth, which we will cover more in the next video. Remember to get plenty of patch cables so you don't find yourself stopping short of finding awesome new sounds. As you can see in the Make Noise shared system, each module has a number of jacks to control its parameters and interact with the other modules. This allows you to manipulate the sound in some really exciting and interesting ways. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on modular synths and other awesome gear.